Hello everyone and welcome to this Monday video. Today we're going to be talking about TrainerRoad as well as a new feature that's going to implement itself into the videos on a Monday, which is the documentation of my new training regime. Now obviously we were looking at Zwift's training platform and how that improved my cycling. However, because I'm actually training towards a goal now, I'm steering more away from specifically staying on one platform to test it and using that platform as part of a wider training regime. So over the next few weeks, that's going to develop from talking about TrainerRoad to then talking about training as a whole and what I'm doing away from the bike, what I'm doing on the bike, what platforms I'm using, what platforms I'm not using anymore, and just documenting my journey to actually a goal. Last week's sessions, I did 2 TrainerRoad sessions, both the same session, which was a great session. It was called Apple Orchard, and I think I mentioned this last week in last week's video, I'm still a little bit when it comes to the amount of training sessions that are on TrainerRoad. If you want to do let's say an interval session, you want it to last less than 60 minutes. On Zwift, that's pretty easy to do, but is that easy to do on TrainerRoad? Let's take a look. So as you can see here, I'm on TrainerRoad.com and I'm looking at the workouts, and you can see here that you can filter the workouts down. But even this, look at this. Scrolling through, and obviously some of these workouts are just extra portions of intervals tagged onto the end of a workout. So you've got backbone 1, 2, 3, and 4 and things like that, and it's just adding intervals on it. But it just makes for a very confusing plan. So what I wanted to do here is filter my workouts down to see if I could actually get 5 or 6 workouts that I could actually pick from. So I'm picking threshold. I've got 60 to 90 minutes to work out. I want a hard intensity workout, and my intervals, I want them to be medium in length. I don't want them to be too long. I like instructions, so I'm going for those. And then also you've got workout type, a test or a warm-up, and then you've also got the custom section as well, where you could pick, I believe, custom workouts. But here, what it's done, it's given me, I've got 102 different workouts. When I get to the point where I'm telling it I want a threshold workout with medium intervals, and I've only got 60 to 90 minutes to work out, I want it to give me a maximum of 10 workouts. Because look, going through all these, it's just, what do I go for? Is it simply down to personal preference of how that graph looks? I just don't know. So even with those filters, you've really got to work hard to try and get those filters down to a reasonable amount of workouts. Here I'm just skipping through to see if I can actually find some filters that will give me, there we go, look, 5 workouts. So that's kind of what I want to be picking from. But to do that, I had to go for sprint intervals at 2 to 3 hours in duration. Something that I wouldn't really do. I just wanted to experience it and experiment to see if I could actually bring the filters down. It's great that there's so many workouts, but for someone who might not know exactly what they want to get out of a workout, then it can easily be confusing. So one last thing I want to touch on briefly is the price of TrainerRoad. $129 a year, which is roughly 98 to 100 pounds currently at the minute, something like that. It's definitely under 100 pounds. So £100 for a year subscription to TrainerRoad. Is it worth it? Well, if that's your sole exercise regime, if that's your sole investment in your training, then it's great value. It definitely is. It's $15 a month if you can't afford to pay the upfront payment, which works out about 130 to 132 pounds over the 12-month period. So if you can shell out just under £100, then you are making a big saving and getting a couple of months technically for free. So it's definitely great value for money for the amount of stuff you get, especially if you head to their YouTube channel. The amount of content they're putting out on their YouTube channel is great. The podcast, I've not actually listened to it yet, but everybody raves about how good it is. I think the good thing with TrainerRoad is it's found its niche, it's found out where it wants to sit within the indoor cycling industry, and it does it extremely well. On the surface, it looks basic, but when you take a deeper look into it, you're getting an absolute huge fountain of knowledge from professional cyclists, professional coaches who know what they're talking about and can get you to where you want to get to without having to shell out the amount of money it can sometimes cost for a coach. So Oh God, what the frig is that thing? Jesus Christ, what is it? Oh my, the hell's happened to my bike? What the? What are these, right? Where's my Kicker Climb? Where's my Kicker 18? The best, most silent smart trainer on the market currently. What on earth? They're what? Spell that. Wheels? Wheels. Never heard of them. What do you do with them? Do you put them onto the Kicker or something? The Kicker 18, the best smart trainer on the market. Oh, they spin. How do I ride that indoors though? I don't get it. I don't get it. Alright. Let's give it a try. Makes no sense to me. Did I get you? Did I get you? We're outside in the wonderful world. The Derbyshire lanes. We've got a nice easy outdoor session today. Zone 1 to Zone 3. A nice and easy bit of recovery before a hard session tomorrow. Anyway, that's by the by, we'll get to all that. I just thought this would be a good place to start the training vlog, the journey of actually going somewhere this time instead of just aimlessly training and racing on Zwift. So just thought I'd fill you in real quick. So this new phase of training is going to last for 2 months. It's going to involve road, it's going to involve TrainerRoad, it's going to involve Zwift. After speaking to Jimmy as well, we've decided to lower my FTP. So if you remember earlier, my FTP was on Zwift, it's like 780 something after you do a race. It dropped down to 297 on TrainerRoad when I did that ramp test, but I decided to actually lower it again, or Jimmy actually decided to lower it again, just to 290, just to see how I get on with that, just so I'm not overreaching, just so I'm staying within a reasonable comfort zone, but still getting the training in. And hopefully we'll gauge how that FTP sits with me and my recovery and things like that. So after this, we've got interval session tomorrow, day off on Friday, then I've got a Zwift session on Saturday, and then hopefully, I think, a rest day on Sunday. And life has a funny way of screwing those best plans up. What's the saying? The best laid plans? I don't think there is a saying about best laid plans. The best laid plans of mice and men often go awry. Is that a saying? It is now. So this is what my week looked like on TrainingPeaks. I love TrainingPeaks. I'm so glad I'm back using it. Monday was TrainerRoad Apple Orchard. Tuesday was the first stage of the Tour of Watopia, which ended up being a race and worked bloody too hard. Wednesday was a 2-hour road ride, which you just saw then. I've not been out on the road for ages, so it was such good fun to get out on the road. Dry weather, nice weather. I had to wrap up, but ultimately it was amazing to get back out on the road and just have a nice, easy session. None of this high intensity, smashing yourself to bits. So it was great. Thursday, now this is where my plan went a little awry. Thursday was supposed to be a Zwift interval session. However, I ended up traveling to FIBO a lot earlier than I anticipated, and I spent far too much time traveling. So unfortunately, had to scrap that. And this is where having a coach makes a world of difference. This is how it would have gone normally. If I'd have scrapped that session, I'd have travelled Thursday, did FIBO on Friday and got back Friday. Saturday I would have taken another day off. Sunday I potentially just would have gone out and done a road ride. And that would have kind of upset the apple cart as to how that week of training went. But because I had structure, because I had a coach, and because that coach was on hand to say, don't worry about that session. Leave that session and just carry on where you are, then that's exactly what I did. Because of the way I am and what goes on in here, I would have got demotivated, I would have got annoyed at myself for missing a session, and it would have actually spiraled into missing 2 or 3 sessions or not committing to the rest of the week. However, because I spoke to Jimmy and Jimmy just said, crack on, don't worry about it, don't even think about it, you're gonna feel X, Y, and Z because of all that traveling, but get on and do it. And that's what I did. Saturday, This is rare that this ever happens. Saturday at 6 o'clock in the evening, I'm on TrainerRoad again, back on Apple Orchard. It's 10 past 6 on a Saturday. What else am I going to be doing other than a TrainerRoad workout? Last hard session of the week. But there is only one day to go before the end of the week, so... And then Sunday I finished off with it was supposed to be a 2-hour ride, ended up being, it was 60k, 2 hours 15, something like that. I was just having so much fun on the bike. So hopefully I've set the scene now. I've shown you what's going to be happening in terms of training. I'm going to decorate this vlog a little more with a bit more colour next week. My apologies for literally just sitting here and talking to you, but hopefully you understand now where we are and where we're going with this journey. I'm still not officially releasing the goal that I'm trying to achieve yet, because I just want to get some weeks under my belt first. I have this amazing ability to be able to say, this is what I'm going to do, and then not executing on it. So rather than throwing it out there, I know what's happening in here, Jimmy knows what's happening, and we're just going to try and execute. Next week, I'm going to talk to you about supplements and the supplementation that I am starting to implement into my training, which is also hopefully going to help me in terms of recovery, with energy, and ultimately give me a better sense of well-being at the minute. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below and let me know what you're training for. What are your specific goals this year? Are you training for something in terms of racing, just a sportive, just to get fitter, just to lose a bit of weight? Let me know in the comments below. And if you see a comment in there where you know you can provide some inspiration or some value to someone, then get involved in conversations. I adore the amount of comments we are starting to get on these videos. I love them all. What I want to see more of is you lot interacting with each other, because I think it's great, because there's sometimes that you lot know a bit more than I do about whatever it is I'm talking about, and it's great to actually learn from you, and there's people out there in the comments that can benefit from what you know as well, so feel free. Thanks for watching. As ever, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you've not done already, hit that notification button so you know when we go live, which is going to be tomorrow at 1 PM for stage 2 of the Tour of Watopia.